Did you hear about Pastor Daniel and Kemi?
No, what happened?
He got her pregnant.
The pastor, that's a scandal.
It's true, I heard it.
My Pastor's Little Secret, Episode 3, The Sunday of No Return. That Sunday, the church was fuller than usual. It was Covenant Day of Purity. Irony has a cruel sense of timing. The choir was dressed in white. Pastor Daniel mounted the altar with fire in his eyes.
Sexual sin is destroying generation.
Sexual sin, he thundered, is destroying this generation. The congregation shouted, "Preach, sir." Kemi stood at the back of the church, 6 months pregnant, her bump visible beneath a loose navy gown. Her heart was beating so loudly she could barely hear the sermon. She had texted him the night before, "We need to tell the truth." He replied with only one sentence, "Don't you dare embarrass me." Embarrass? Like she was the scandal? Like she created the pregnancy alone? Her mother sat beside her, confused but supportive. "Are you sure about this?" her mother whispered. Kemi nodded. Then Pastor Daniel shouted, "If you are living in secret sin, repent today before God exposes you." The irony hit her like a slap, and something inside her broke. She stood up. At first, people thought she wanted prayer. The ushers tried to guide her to the side. She shook her head. No. Her voice was calm, too calm. She walked through the aisle. Every step felt like a drum beat. The church grew quieter. Pastor Daniel saw her. His blood turned cold. "Kemi," he whispered under his breath. She climbed the altar. The choir members froze. The assistant pastor moved forward nervously. "Please, sister, I need the microphone." Her voice was steady. Someone hesitated, but the congregation was already murmuring. Pastor Daniel tried to smile. "Is there something you want to share, my daughter?" "My daughter?" The words slid through her chest. She grabbed the microphone and said it clear and loud, without shaking. "Pastor Daniel Adebayo is the father of my child." Silence, then gasps, screams, "Jesus, what?" The entire auditorium erupted. It felt like a market, not a church. Women stood up, men shouted, choir members began crying. One elderly woman fainted. Pastor Daniel stepped back. "This is a lie," he shouted, but his voice cracked. Kemi turned to face him. "Should I read the messages?" The crowd went wild. "Read it, let her talk." "Call the police." Pastor Ifnaya stood slowly from her seat, her face pale, her hands trembling, but she didn't scream. She just stared at her husband. That stare carried 12 years of trust collapsing at once. Kemi continued, "You paid for the apartment in Yaba. You took me there. You said God understands." The church exploded again. One man rushed towards the altar angrily. "You are a disgrace." Security struggled to hold people back. Phones were out, recording, live streaming. Within minutes, the scandal was on Facebook Live. Pastor Daniel tried to grab the microphone. "Kemi, stop this madness." She pulled back. "Madness? You called me your wife in private." The congregation gasped again. Pastor Ifunanya finally walked towards them. The church fell into heavy silence. She climbed the altar slowly, stopped in front of Kemi, looked at her stomach, then looked at her husband. Without warning, she slapped him. The sound echoed through the speakers. The church screamed, not because of the slap, but because it confirmed everything. Pastor Daniel healed his cheek, shocked, exposed, small. 12 years of image collapsed in 1 second. Ifunanya turned to Kemi. "Is it true?" Tears rolled down Kemi's face. "Yes, ma'am." Ifunanya closed her eyes briefly, then faced the congregation. My husband will answer for this, and walked out. No shouting, no insult, just dignity wrapped in pain. Sometimes silence is louder than chaos. By evening, it was everywhere. Blogs, Instagram, WhatsApp group, Twitter. Pastor's secret child.
Did you hear about Pastor Daniel and Kemi?
No, what happened?
He got her pregnant.
The pastor, that's a scandal.
It's true, I heard it.
Fire scandal. Men of God exposed. Old church members began posting think pieces. Some blamed Kemi. She seduced him. Others defended her. That is abuse of power. Pastor Daniel released a shaky statement video.
Forgive me, for I have sinned, and the truth is about to come to light. A secret that will shake the foundations of this church forever.
I have sinned against God and the church, but Nigerians don't forgive hypocrisy easily. Attendance dropped by half the next Sunday. Tithes reduced drastically. Invitations to preach were cancelled. Sponsors reduced support. The billboard with his smiling face was quietly removed at night. Meanwhile, Kemi couldn't step outside without stairs. People filmed her in market. Her phone buzzed with threats, homebreaker, gold digger, attention seeker, but also messages. You are brave. Thank you for speaking. And in the middle of it all, a baby continued growing, unaware, innocent. Proof that some secret refused to stay buried. To be continued. Thank you for staying with me on this episode. Hoping to see you more. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment on this channel. See you in my next video. Bye.